All Nigerians must work together with the government and security forces to stamp out insecurity ravaging several parts of the country. This was the point of discussion at a summit held by some stakeholders in Lagos State on Monday. There is more in this next report.
The Nigerian government, both at federal and state levels, are currently under pressure to solve the myriad of challenges confronting the nation, from economic to political and security, which remains on the front burner, particularly due to the recent attacks witnessed in some parts of northern Nigeria. To address the state of the nation, these stakeholders, under the auspices of National Alliance for Development, have called this summit to remind Nigerians on the need to remain united at these daunting times.
When there was an issue between Shekiri and Ijo, we intervened. When there was other problems of this Kayama declaration, we were all there. So many things happened in the past. We look at it as a Nigerian project and we all identify with them. We stood by them until finally the team fizzled out. The same thing again happens in some other part of the country, but today is in northern part of the country. So for me, let us look at this. This is an opportunity where we have a rallying point to review issues and look at them the way they are. Look at the challenge on the issue. At the end of the day, we also realize there's a need also to move around and meet our counterparts in southern part of the country to form an alliance is where we build so many synergies to work together. And that's why when this issue came up, we felt gladly this is a welcome development where all of us can come to the round table and discuss the issue and discuss fine about Nigeria. And let me re-emphasize again, there's no any agenda in it. This is not about any political meeting or any interest or whatever.
Some stakeholders recommend the creation of a neutral organization to address the peculiar needs of every region. They also charge the government to deliver on their mandate of good governance to citizens.
Winning a war, it's not just business of soldiers alone. You also have to win the peace, and that means you have to involve the people. So we as the people want to be involved in that peace process, in that peace building effort. We are bringing ourselves together to see in what we can intervene in our own local communities, to talk to our own people. Where we talk about Boko Haram, we talk about bandits. Some of these people live among our own people. They have community leaders, they have traditional rulers, they have friends among us, they have wives among us. So in what way can we as people-driven organizations come together to engage them, and to ensure that we can make our own contribution in terms of making this country a better place for all of us to live?
It is not productive for us to think that we are going to sort the problem by buying more guns and bullets for each stakeholders. The most appropriate way out of it is what we have done here today. There's a need for us to sit down and address it. And as part of my own recommendation, there's a need to form regional peace coordinators so that they will intervene and address peculiar regions with peculiar solutions.
We can do advocacy like we are doing here, shouting around the country and insisting, telling our people that there's a need for us to live in peace with ourselves. We can't kill ourselves and have a good country. Everybody that is fighting one way or the other, they're asking for a slice of what the country can offer. And it will continue to assure every section of the country that eventually everybody will get what we want if we have good governance.
Going forward, convener of the summit says competence must be the yardstick for electing leaders in the country.
Despite the ups and downs, we have to form synergy and be speaking with one voice so that at the end of the day, we can put those on the seats of authority to understand that certain things are wrong. Maybe they are not getting the message very clear. To make them realize that things are wrong. We are more concerned about competence in the country. It could come from southeast, south, southwest, or anywhere. We are looking at competency and not zonal arrangement. It's not constitutional and it can't be binding on anybody.
The federal government, in its efforts to tackle insecurity, has approved the sum of 13.3 billion naira for the takeoff of community policing initiative across the country. It is believed that this intervention will help ease the burden of the Central Police. Oyin Adekunle, TV360, Nigeria.